The Revolutionary Army, led by Harriet, bore down on the royal capital and laid waste to the Castrum Demonica. Their unbreakable momentum and their inexorable march led them to the outskirts of the royal capital, where Lutz resided. A cold, stone castle stood behind the walls. Harriet gazed up at it quietly, remembering her days there. Twente Royal Castle. It brings back so many memories. And Lutz is there now.
Reports we're getting claim that he's condemned the followers who have remained with him to forced conjuration labor. He's a fool of a king. He's let the Castrum Demonicas and the Ephemera blind him to his own methods and purpose. Salvation for him will be difficult indeed. Never did I expect to lay eyes upon someone even more condemned than I.
Let us go. We must put an end to this.
Curses, curses, curses! What's wrong with seeking power and resources? It's all for the good of the nation. My hand is forced. I shall summon a Castrum Demonica in this place and crush this rebellion personally! Yes, justice is on my side. Using a legend to stir the people and sow chaos in the royal family is a crime. There can be no more room for compromise! I don't care if you are a savior. Who needs one? As long as we have Ephemera. Yes, the legend is but a relic. With this, O people, O world, bear witness to the revision of myth itself!
is about to begin. We've confirmed deployment of the Arx Demonica and anticipate a fierce battle. Summon Buster Rams, destroy barriers, and destroy the Castrum Demonica upon interception. Good luck. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. All personnel, prepare to commence battle! Don't forget to collect mana! Enemy forces attacking! Defend the Buster Towers! Emergency announcement. Signs of Deus Esca have been detected on Earth. We are currently preparing to mobilize. Enemy numbers are dropping! Most of the enemy forces have been routed! Banner reception. Good luck. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. All personnel, prepare to commence battle! Don't forget to collect mana! Enemy forces attacking! Defend the Buster Towers! Enemy numbers are dropping! Mana readings are increasing! Most of the enemy forces have been routed! A Buster Ram is being summoned! Buster Ram summoned! Escorted to destroy the Arch Demonica! Emergency op announcement. We are commencing a counter-offensive against Deus Esca on Earth. All Arcs Ops, please report to the quest counter to join the mission. All Arch Demonica has been destroyed! Time to attack the Castrum Demonica! I'm getting massive energy readings from the Castrum
Lutz managed to summon a Castrum Demonica to protect the royal capital. But to no avail. The Guardians struck it down. But Lutz refused to admit defeat. He fled into Coento Castle. Harriet's group pursued Lutz to put an end to the revolution. The setting? Coento Castle, the throne room. Here, the war ravaging the nation was to finally meet its end.
This cannot be. It can't. It can't. It can't! This can't possibly be right! The Castrum Demonica, the power of ephemera, defeated at the hands of man?
Lutz! You have nowhere left to run!
I'm not done. Once I destroy you all, my grip on the throne will be ironclad!
Such destructive power! Is this too the power of ephemera?
Even as a mere catalyst, this is what it's capable of. Now you see why our nations are all so interested in studying it.
This is no time to gloat!
Damn this cursed flower!
The ephemera! Harriet!
Let's not get violent with my sisters now,
I fought for the nation. Why do you oppose me? Harriet! Luther!
For the nation? Now there's a poor jest. In what way have your deeds served the people?
The nation and its people have no desire for war! That is why the savior of legend, the Guardian, sided with us! Uncle!
Alice, of course. You can smite these fools and bring peace to the land!
That I cannot do. My sword and might have no place within this conflict.
Even Alice the Sword Maiden betrays me. Have you forgotten all I've done for you?
Please, Uncle, surrender. Your cause is not a just one. But mistakes can be rectified. Ply your skills for the good of the people, and join hands with us once more.
Join hands? For the good of the people? You delude yourself, Sword Maiden.
Uncle!
Our power and intelligence serve one purpose, and one alone. They exist to be offerings to the land and the world. That is what ephemera is for.
Triggering a runaway mana reaction? How stupid can a man be?
You'll all join me in death. The world must be destroyed. All of history must be destroyed!
The exits are all blocked! I think we're trapped here!
Sword. Legend. I call upon you now. Fleeting wings, I bid thee come forth. Exit!
Huh?
castle? Was that instantaneous teleportation? I thought there was no such sorcery.
There is but one method. The Sword Maiden calls upon the legend to work an ancient miracle.
I wasn't certain that would work, but the sword answered my call.
Did you notice that? I didn't pick up any warning signs or anything. Not even Arch's technology could pull off an instant no-prep teleportation. Maybe it's something along the same lines as the magic that Alma uses.
The castle!
His delusions of grandeur were his downfall. The throne Lutz so desperately craved will be his tomb.
What did you find, Varuna? Any sign of Lutz?
None that we could find, ma'am. It's safe to assume he was caught up in the collapse.
I see. Elise.
I am fine. I was ready for this. My uncle's madness was plain to see in his final moments.
Perhaps he was...
Huh?
It seemed to me as though he was being controlled by a far greater will.
What will would that be, Luther?
I can't be certain just yet, but the Savior wouldn't appear for a mere dispute over the throne. This problem spans beyond our nation. Disaster looms over the whole world. Wouldn't you agree, Guardian?
Cuento Castle and its Pretender King were no more. In light of this, Harriet's first act was to proclaim that the capital would be relocated. With the royal capital in chaos following the castle's collapse, she established a provisional capital in a neighboring fortress city. As the people went about the process of relocating, one issue remained unresolved: the lack of a royal heir. There was only one woman with a claim to the throne, and she continually refused to accept it. It's too soon for me to take the throne. Please, Luther, take my place.
No, this is your job. For one thing, my claim to the throne was stripped away. A fact that is very much public knowledge. To deny the people an heir would be to disappoint them in their hour of need. Harriet, it is your duty to bear the weight of the crown.
Must I? Really? That is most reassuring to hear from you, Guardian. But
Harriet's pretty young. Don't you think it's a little too soon to give her that kind of responsibility?
There is no such thing as too soon or too late in matters of royal succession. Suitability is all that matters. Ease Artia to the east has a young child as their head of state and national symbol. Epic to the west has a divine queen who acceded to the throne at 17, no older than you. Age is irrelevant. What matters is whether the would-be ruler has the resolve to devote themselves to their country. I have no such resolve. That's why I erred so grievously in my self-righteous research, and why I was stripped of my claim to the throne. But you, Harriet, you have that resolve, my sister.
Luther. Guardian. Very well. In the name of my royal line, I, Harriet Renata Reina Cuento, do hereby humbly accede to the throne. Guardian, I beseech you, illuminate our way and support us in our hour of need.
Ah, Lady Harriet, should you be walking around this humble place?
Mind your manners. I think you meant to say, Your Majesty?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lady Harriet is our ruler now.
What did I just say?
I'm still just barely getting on my feet as a ruler, so feel free to keep calling me Harriet.
Lady Harriet! Lady Harriet! What's a ruler?
Well, a ruler is somebody who represents everybody in the land.
Are they big and important?
No, they're not big or important. They're the same as everybody else. Just a little higher profile.
Ooh, are you a show-off, Lady Harriet?
Well, yes, I am a show-off. I'd be embarrassed to do it all by myself, so I hope you'll all be there to support me.
Totally! Yeah! Yeah!
Lady Harriet!
Lady Harriet!
Lady Harriet!
Lady Harriet!
All these people flocking to her! They must really love her! I wouldn't quite call it love. Prime Minister Lutz, that is, the former king, burdened the people considerably to maintain our national prestige. The people are excited to be liberated from those burdens, and they have high hopes for the next regime, as I see it. That and I've often snuck out into town since I was a young girl, so people tend to know my face. They know my character as a politician. It is a relief to them. That is why they support me, and why I must live up to their expectations. This is the first step towards restoring our kingdom. Making the people happy is a king's most basic duty. And while I work to earn the trust people place in me, I have more duties besides. Luther and I still have a goal: to seal away ephemera for good.
I have a status report about the Cuento Royal Army. They are transitioning peacefully to the new regime. Some forces have left the military to become mercenaries or bandits, but not in any large numbers.
However, there are still castrum demonicas in the land. They will persist even if their summoners perish. They are not weapons that will simply fade away. We must continue I hate to place this burden upon you, Guardian, but please aid us in this. If only it were in my power to control a Buster Tower, I would gladly assist.
We're searching for more people capable of using Buster Towers. But so far, we have no prospects. Surprising no one, I'm sure. Castrum Demonicas are born from the use of ephemera. Destroying them requires power on the same level. For the Guardian to activate a Buster Tower without ephemera shows their power is easily on par with that of ephemera.
I'm not sure I care for your tone.
I meant nothing by it. I was simply stating the truth. If the truth bothers you, perhaps there's something weighing on your conscience.
You love deflecting, don't you? How about a simple thank you for once?
I think the fact that I don't even remotely question your background would show gratitude aplenty. Is that not enough for you?
Oh, forget it.
In addition, we've been investigating Lutz's followers to gauge their intentions. But so far, we haven't come up with many red flags. In fact, most of them seem grateful you've ascended to the throne, Lady Harriet.
My uncle held things to his own personal standards, and often made unreasonable demands. He was already getting backlash as it was.
Does that mean everyone's going to be happy with Harriet's revolution?
No, I doubt things will go so smoothly. In a struggle for the throne, one must follow the victor, at least on the surface. Coento isn't a monolithic entity. There are others besides Lutz who extol the virtues of ephemera. I'm sure such people will pay lip service to our ideals, while secretly awaiting an opportunity to strike and overthrow the royal family. Which is why we must never let ourselves be seen as vulnerable. Thank you for your report. Keep up the good work. With Harriet taking on the role of ruler of the magical kingdom of Coento, the land was once again on the road to peace. But Harriet's objective was more than simply sitting upon the throne. The newly reborn Coento was mobilizing with the intent of eradicating ephemera, the insidious flower eroding the world. Let us begin by reviewing the status of our neighboring lands. Varuna, if you would, please.
Our continent is split into 4 separate cardinal nations. To the east lies the Trade Federation of East Artia. Built by merchants, it leverages its rich soil and abundant resources to do business.
Their sorcery specialty is replication. They harness the power of ephemera to reproduce things in large quantities. It seems harmless enough at face value. But if ephemera is involved, there's almost certain to be a catch.
To the west lies the divine land of Epic. Built around an oasis, seekers of enlightenment gather there to undergo rigorous ascetic training.
Rumor has it that in Epic, they've perfected a means of refining mind control potions. Using ephemera, of course.
To the north lies the Wayland Empire. It's a nation of warriors that crowned their strongest citizens emperor for generations.
It's a land of savagery where might makes right. They've devised a means of body enhancement called demonization.
And in the south is our nation, the magical kingdom of Cuento. We live in harmony with nature and find practical applications for mana.
Our land focuses strictly on studies of the arcane. The Castrum Demonica I developed started out as Quinto's specialty. Of course, someone leaked the art of summoning castrums to other lands, so now all nations field them in battle.
The Castrum Demonicas within Cuento are on their way out, thanks to the efforts of our esteemed guardian. However, the Castrum Demonicas of other lands remain standing, physically demarcating their borders.
The Castrum Demonicas of each land are in a standoff with one another, putting a hard stop to most international relations. Ergo, we have no way of knowing what the reality is on the ground of any other nation. If anyone tried to cross a border without permission, the Castrum Demonicas would activate and mobilize to exterminate the intruders. Not that anyone would be stupid enough to try, anyway.
I have a report. A Castrum Demonica on the Wayland border has activated. Someone appears to have approached.
Well, what do you know? I stand corrected.
It could be an envoy from Wayland. Let us make haste to the border. The Guardian and their entourage received a report of a Castrum Demonica activation and made for a Cuento-Wayland border. At that point in time, only a single figure stood against the Castrum Demonica on the border. One figure alone, a solitary warrior who fought ceaselessly, waiting for the clock to strike the appointed hour.
Cuento is just past here. I can't give up now. Ah! Is my power simply not enough?
We can talk later. Stand down and let us handle this, please.
My apologies, and thank you.
Castrum Demonica. You must be the legendary savior. Pardon me. The Guardian. You know of him? The name of the Guardian, Savior of Cuento, is not unknown in Wayland. Allow me to thank you again. I am Malfoncina.
Malfoncina?
Does my name have some significance? Really? If you say so.
She seems to be telling the truth. I guess we can puzzle over that later.
And what would drive a citizen of Wayland to such folly as standing alone against a Castrum Demonica to come here?
I have come to Cuento in search of the Guardian, the Savior Hero. Please, deliver Wayland from the doom that it courts.
Are the grunts done crawling out of the woodwork yet?
There's more! If they get past us! The children! It's no use! They just keep coming! We gotta retreat before they eat us!
Screw retreating! Remember what's behind us, you bunch of pansies!
You're right.
We were already doomed, so don't start fearing for your lives now. Let's at least take some of them with us!
Talk about arriving in the nick of time. Good thing we rushed straight here.
Cena? Who are they?
Easy there, Get 'em Holt. They're on our side.
Get him, Holt!
Does something about his name bother you?
Oh, no, not at all. Don't mind me. We can work it out later. For now, let's... Of the Arx Demonica and anticipate a fierce battle. Summon Buster Rams, destroy barriers, and destroy the Castrum Demonica upon interception. Good luck. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Esta, which reappeared on Earth. It is limited to ARC's ops who meet certain requirements.
There are Castrum Demonicas in Wayland territory as well. Luther was right. They're all over the world.
Hey, Xena. Who are these noobs?
Wow, we're noobs to you? Is that any way to talk about people who rushed to your rescue?
Don't remember asking for it.
Get him, Holt! I'm sorry about this. He gets so hung up on posturing.
This country's called Wayland, right? What's going on here?
What, the fight wasn't enough of a tip-off? We're at war, girlie.
At war? With whom?
Everyone and no one. Everybody around us is an enemy. Duh. Death to the weak, life to the strong. That's how things work here in Wayland. If you want to know what's going on in our country, how about you come with me?
Is this a village?
I wouldn't even call it that. It's just a gathering point for survivors.
Hey, get him home! Thanks for earlier! Whatever. You were pissing yourself earlier. Do me a favor and drop dead. We'll have fewer mouths to feed that way.
You're a real smooth talker, Get him, Holt!
Like you just heard, we ain't even got enough rations to get through tomorrow. It's this bad all over Wayland.
Hey, get him, Holt! Can't believe you're still alive!
And I can't believe you're still mouthing off, brat. Would it kill you to show me some gratitude for protecting your ass?
I never asked for your protection anyway!
Now who does this remind you of? Hey, don't give me that look! I was just pointing out a fact.
Melfonsina, my dad isn't back. He went out with everybody else.
Your father has gone very far away for the good of everybody here.
It's okay, Melfonsina. I know how this works. He's not coming back, is he?
I'm sorry. Hey, don't cry. I'm in the same boat. Look, I'll grow big and super strong and slay the Emperor.
But what if the Emperor killed you instead? I would hate that.
I won't lose. No way in hell. That Emperor's as good as dead.
Ah, nice try, kiddo. But only one guy's gonna waste that damn Emperor, and it's gonna be me. Don't you kids worry about that. Just live your lives. Now go on. Back to the settlement with you.
This settlement took me and Get 'em Holt in. We want to protect them, but Castrum Demonicas are implacable foes, and our casualties keep rising. We should be okay for the time being with the nearest Castrum Demonica destroyed, but...
They're gonna make grabby hands again eventually. The only permanent solution is often the Emperor. I'll destroy the Castrums and Fiend Troopers, pound that godforsaken Emperor into mush, and put an end to this lousy country for good.
You might be thrown off by his violent language and compensation, But what he means to say is that he wants to bring peace to the land.
You've been in a prolonged civil war, right? Has anyone else tried to overthrow the Emperor?
Oh, certainly. And the current Emperor has slain every last one of them. He became the Emperor by being stronger than anyone else. Now all he wants is conflict against the strong. Nothing else matters to him. Whether the people suffer or the nation falls in the process is of no consequence.
He's just starting fights over and over again. Why would he do something so pointless? I couldn't agree more. It would be just awful if nobody stopped this guy. Plus, there's no question at this point that the influence of ephemera, more specifically F-factors, is present in this land. It's Ark's duty to deal with Falspawn. We'll rise to the occasion.
Meanwhile, in the Wayland Empire's imperial capital, Emperor Schreger and his brother, Elmir, stood by quietly, listening to tidings from the field of Castrum Demonica's corruption.
Looks like we finally got someone who can crush a Castrum Demonica, brother. Spreading rumors has paid off. Now the ignorant masses will rally under a nice, friendly banner. There's been a lull in Castrum Demonica and Fiend Trooper skirmishes as of late anyway. I hope this serves to get your blood flowing.
How strong is this so-called Guardian?
Now, dear brother. You can't just wolf them down right off the bat. Give them a little free-range roaming if you really want those flavors to develop.
You think you can tell an emperor what to do? You're getting arrogant. No matter. Do as you will.
In that case, I think I'll pop in and say hello.
Guardian, just how powerful are you? I eagerly await the thrill of our inevitable clash. May war spread far and wide. The land, the people, ephemera. Everything in this world is an offering to us.
Like